We recently bought some, oh hey Melinda.
It's not just me, it's Toddy.
Hi Toddy. We got some inventory in, and apparently people want to see us unbox it, so we're gonna unbox it and show you what we got.
Yeah, these enormous boxes showed up on our doorstep, and I was like, honey, what's, what happened? We're about to find out.
I would cut here, but carefully. So while Melinda's cutting the first box, the bottom one is all shoes, the top one is all clothing. This is from a reseller that switched his business model to primarily selling parts for motorcycles, because that's what he's passionate about. And so he reached out and said, hey, I have some stuff. Do you want the stuff? And we said, we do want the stuff.
Very well secured, I might add.
I do. Yeah, a couple people are like, oh, is that all eBay tape? It's like, actually, there's a lot of moisture on top, and that's a very good thing to do. So if you ever send a box of clothing out, waterproof it.
Yeah, which is good because Michigan weather right now is super, super odd. So we had rain yesterday, now it's freezing. Who knows what's going on anymore? I
watched the late night TV where the news came on, and I learned about how water works. They said that once the ice melts, then water comes out. Right. So that was really informative. Whoa. Whoa, nice. I like that. A little extra packing material. I don't know how we're going to do this. We're just kind of freeballing it. So
off the top, there's Wrangler workwear, which is good. This is something we would pick up. Wrangler jeans kind of hit or miss what style you're picking up, but the workwear tends to sell well because obviously people need them for work. So they're kind of just a staple. People will wear them until they wear out. Yep, you look for this red R somewhere on there. Sometimes it's here. Sometimes you'll see it on the front or the side.
They also have fire retardant pants too. These are probably not those, but if you see fire retardant pants, they usually have a little bit more value.
We've got more, but new with tags, so that's great. $33 new. We'll probably put them up for like 25 plus ship and with best offers on it. So these are Nat Nast. I'm not familiar with that brand, so I'm gonna put it over here to be determined. Not sure what I can tell you as of this moment, what the value would be. Okay, 7 for All Mankind, boot cut. 7 for All Mankind men's jeans do well. I only pick up the dojos if they're women now because everything else just kind of seems to be oversaturated. This might be women's.
Yeah, I think because of the rise.
Yeah.
The rise is pretty much women's.
Not surprisingly, have a lower rise than men do, so that's one good way to tell.
Our genitalia is different.
Welcome to our TED Talk. Yeah, so, but it's a good style. Boot cut is better, and it's distressed, which is coming back in now, so probably 20-25 plus ship. These are their A pockets. You can guess why. They have A's on their pockets. This is probably like the second best one to pick up. I think these are also women's. Usually if I'm looking at a silhouette of a pant, I can tell if there's like a little bit more curve to the hips.
Because we don't have hips as men. So I'm just going to put in my 2 cents.
It's a flare as well, so probably the same, 20-25 plus ship. Standard. These are standard 7 for All Mankind. Okay.
Regardless of your genitalia.
Okay, there's like a whole row of 7 for All Mankind.
You want to just kind of flip them out? Yep, 7 from out. Yep. Hey, look, another one. Okay.
Whoop.
I'm assuming there's no dojos in here because dojos tend to sell pretty fast, and they usually sell between like 50, 75 bucks used.
Okay, these might be a men's.
It's Brett.
Yep, that's a man's. The hips are straight down through the legs, so that's how I'm looking at it from the back.
And the genitalia portion is different.
Yep, and they have the embroidered A pocket. So these will probably list higher, like the 30-35 plus ship.
Yeah. Looks like literally all jeans.
Yeah.
At least to start with. Oh yeah, we love them
all year, so yeah. Okay, a BKE. We always pick up BKE if it's in good shape when we see it. This is the Emma boot cut. A little bit of bling on the pockets there. Another BKE. Okay, looks like we're into the BKE part of this unboxing.
This is an ultra low rise.
With some the heavier the stitching, the better. BKE, this looks like a man's. The Justin, oh yeah, yes.
I was gonna say, I forgot to mention, I was gonna exercise all of my fake, like, excitement poses and faces, so maybe you can throw in a couple.
Oh, okay.
If you just find something, like, amazing. Like, maybe the next thing you pull out. Like, YouTube shock face. They're jeans.
They're Harper. BKE. We've sold the Harper before. So,
It's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. BKE we always list for about $30-$35 plus ship, depending on the style.
Yeah.
Obviously, it can go for more, usually not for less.
So the one thing too, when I'm looking through jeans at a thrift store, when I sort through the rack quickly, I always look for this contrast stitching that stands out, and that's a really quick way you can kind of go through and find decent brands.
Yeah, especially they'll stick out because the ones, I don't know if those had them, but on the hips there, you'll see this. Maurice's does that a lot though now too, as well as like a lot of other like lower brands. So probably it's 8 out of 10 times you'll be disappointed, but those 2 times you could get a good one.
You put in that fake YouTube shock face when you find them though.
These are Peytons. We've sold the Peytons before, so that's a good one.
Another BKE brand.
Yep. Well, they're all BKE. It's just the style. So BKE Fulton. I believe we've also sold the Fulton before. I mean, we'll sell all the BKEs. So, and these are men's, so that's great. Oh my gosh!
If you think that's fake, wait until I get a turn.
Yeah. So these are True Religion, and actually True Religion is a really great brand to pick up, especially the men's. They have the U pockets, so that's always a good seller. They don't always have this, but this is like a True Religion thing. So, you know, people who want people to know that they're wearing True Religion will look for those.
That's what I do. And design in USA, some of their models are actually made in USA. If they are, we like to call that out in the title because there's definitely a demand for USA made clothing.
So this is the Billy Big T. We put our True Religions up for about 35 to 40. Again, style dependent, gender dependent, and they usually sell very quickly for us. This is a True Religion Skinny. So this is a women's, again, U pocket, so that's good. Okay, more True Religion. I like that.
Nice. So far, so good. We're very happy with this. These are all excellent brands that we always find and we enjoy flipping. And obviously, if we can get it in bulk, that's pretty amazing.
So 2 more True Religions after that. So this is awesome. I mean, this would take us like multiple trips to find this many quality jeans. So this is fit. Oh, and another True Religion. So that's great.
Hey.
And this is a high-rise boot in a dark wash. So.
And look at that. It's a made in USA tag. So again, make sure you guys are pointing that out. Things that are going to attract customers, make sure you're pointing out in your listing titles and your pictures, etc. Highlight what people are actually looking for.
Yeah, and so this has like the contrast stitching on the pockets. So with jeans like this, where the main feature is really the back, this will be our cover photo instead of the front photo.
Can you, so imagine in your mind a title for those pairs, just to share with the audience.
Sure. So we would do the brand first, True Religion, then if there's a style, so True Religion high-rise boot, and then you obviously want to put the size in there, so it'll be 28, and then we'll measure the inseam and put that in there, so it'll be 28 by
Whatever.
30, whatever it is. We'll put USA made in there, not made in because it saves you 2 letters, so you can fit more into your title that way. So USA made, dark wash. If we can fit contrast stitching, that's what we'll put in there as well.
I just want to compliment you while I have the chance on how beautiful you look, especially in my Pendleton sweater that I found. If you want to do a little twirl for the audience, this is a fantastic piece. 100% virgin wool, USA made, like amazing piece.
But this is like a $150 sweater, maybe.
That sounds like you're bragging to me, but that's fine.
Paid
$6? Yeah, fantastic piece. Obviously, look out for Pendleton. I just wanted to compliment you on how great you look in my my sweater.
Wow.
Those aren't jeans.
No, but this is really cool. It's the Bradford Exchange. So I'm not familiar with that, but it says Semper Fi, which is a Marine saying.
Slogan?
Yes.
It looks like a pretty good quality stitching job.
Yeah, and it's got this cool American
Eagle
print here on the back, so that's really awesome.
Nice.
Definitely biker style.
Yeah, probably put it on that pile because we'll have to look it up. Yeah.
Check on it, and I'm gonna switch it over to Dean to let him have some fun in the box. There's a lot to go. A lot to go.
Hi, my name is Dean. My favorite color is blue. TK Axle, pretty good style. Probably like 20, 25 plus ship. Another brand that we pick up a lot of. Same brand, similar style. Yeah, not much to it. TK Axle. I've actually never seen TK Axle for sale, and I mean, I don't go to stores, so that's not surprising. So I'm wondering where they actually sell it.
I think it's maybe a buckle brand.
You think
maybe.
so?
I mean, I'm not positive because again, I'm not really a mall person either.
Yeah,
That's
it
just my
sounds about
guess. BK or buckle brand jeans tend to be popular.
Yeah. You mean TK Axle or Buckle?
Well,
Oh,
the store
in general.
Buckle that sells, yeah.
You're right. TK Axle again, nice style. This is all pretty much the same thing over and over again, which is great. 7 for all mankind. Looks like these are men's jeans. I don't know what this design is called on the back pockets, but it's kind of unique, and it's studded, so that's kind of cool. You definitely want to call that out in any title. Next up, we have another TK Axle, slim boot. Again, 25 plus ship, pretty easy seller. Hey, look, it's not jeans. This is a vintage Cowboys hat.
Ooh.
It isn't a Team NFL. Definitely vintage piece. Does have a rip in it, so that'll definitely affect the value. A little bit distressed, but I don't know. Kids like cool stuff like this. Jegs, definitely vintage piece. Looks like maybe it's not vintage, not sure. But it is brand new. It still has the insert in it, so that's kind of cool. We have a Castrol Racing hat and a Houston Rockets Playoffs 2018 cap. Caps, like most common ones, are usually like $10 or so. It depends. Houston Rockets is kind of a cool one. 47 is the brand. I think that's a little bit better of a brand for hats and caps. TK Axle again. Not much to say about it. Insert, same thing I said previously. We have a pair of Levi's 560s. Most Levi's, unless they're made in USA or if they're like acid washed or very like specific styles, most of them are going to sell in that 20, 25 plus ship range, if not a little bit less. Obviously, the way to kind of game that system is to find ones that are a little bit bigger sizes. Those tend to probably do a little bit better on online, but typically like 20, 25 bucks for most common used Levi jeans. Another pair of 560s, nice big size. These are size 42 by 32. Definitely a bonus. Same thing again. It's kind of funny when you go thrifting, you will occasionally run into like 5 or 6 of the same thing. Like I found 7 pair of Duluth pants all together. It's like that's probably one person's entire collection. A pair of Dickies. These are probably like 15 to 20 carpenter jeans. You can identify carpenter jeans pretty easily with the belt loop here and the extra pockets for man tools or woman tools. Probably man tools. Lee dungarees, carpenters, 15 to 20 plus ship. We have a US Polo jean with a couple of the back hits. This is kind of an interesting.
You want to turn around and show them what you mean by back hit?
Oh yeah, back hit, just meaning there's a little bit of splash or embroidery in the back. These are 100% cotton, made in Hong Kong, so definitely a bigger style. I don't know what's happening here though. It's like this ripped and there's definitely some holes in it. I have no idea if this is intentional or what, but interesting nonetheless. Probably 25 plus ship. Silver, another brand that we sell a lot of. Silver Suki is very common. These are again 20, 25 plus shipping. Contrast stitching with a little bit of bling is always nice. We have another pair of silvers, boot cut, maybe even a little bit on the flare side. Look at me using those terms like a pro. Made a joke yesterday telling someone I was strong because I sell women's clothing. And you know, you build up a little bit of muscle memory when you have to pack 2-3 pounds at a time. Silver again. Silver is pretty easy to identify. You know, they usually have the silver written out on the outside and the inside. And they usually have this kind of squiggly design on the back.
Like
Another
an
silver.
S.
Ah, that makes sense. These are probably maybe either bootcut or flare. Flare, I think, is back in. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that. We are looking for more and more inventory all the time. We're definitely in buying mode. Probably like a 20-piece minimum if you have extra stuff, or if you're, you know, kind of tired of clothing sitting in your store or whatever. Hit me up via email. My email will be below the video if you know, chat about it, and maybe we can do some business. We will rate this box at the end, or both boxes, to kind of show you what we are looking for, what we're not looking for, and you can always check out our Poshmark closet to get an idea of what we're selling. And then cost-wise, usually we're paying anywhere between $4 and $8 per piece, depending on what it is, and we're happy to pay up for awesome stuff. Silver jeans again. Looks like these, I don't think they're new with tags. They just have a little bit of the tag left on them. Hey, look, it's a pair of silver jeans. These are men's. Men's silver jeans tend to do a little bit better. These are the Zacks. They're bigger. I'm going to assume they're boot cut, but I'm not 100% sure. We got a stylish pair of Wrangler jean shorts. Look at that guy in there advertising. Like, come on. Like, you want to wear these if you want to be cool like me. I think these are vintage. Yep, made in USA. So that's pretty cool. New with tags USA stuff is always fun to find. We have a brand new pair of Polo Ralph Lauren MSRP $125 pants. That's a very nice piece. So this is the type of stuff that probably we could get anywhere from like 30 to 70 for, depending on the market. And a piece that we would probably pay up for if you had new with tag stuff for sure. We got a big old West from Eddie Bauer. Not USA made. Too bad the size tag is gone, but probably like a 2XL at least. Pretty sweet piece. Eddie Bauer does pretty well for us, especially the vintage pieces. And this is kind of like the style of tag for vintage, and usually, you know, it's a good indicator if the size tag or material tag is faded, that it's probably pretty old, but this is their older style tags. We have another jacket. This one is by Goose Down, Maxim Mountain Goose Down insulated fleece.
There.
Really nice piece, super clean. I don't know what it's worth. I've never heard of the brand, so we'll put it in the lookup pile. You wanna head in there? Show them this one.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wait. Now get me reacting.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. What?
Oh my God, I've never seen anything like it. This is a Carhartt jacket.
What?
Insane. Guys, this is I can't do it. I just can't. Not USA made, but definitely a nice piece. Carhartt obviously does really well. Workwear, this is the inside like quilt lined. They definitely have like blanket line versions and all sorts of goodies, but this is definitely something we would pay up for. Carhartt, fantastic brand. Just gonna keep repeating myself. Good? Alright. Put this there. Hey! Alright, fake reaction. Holy macaroni.
Oh, that's
actually
cool.
A super cool piece.
I mean, I can see what it is from the front.
It's a Harley.
That's awesome.
This one,
is it Harley branded, or is it just got the
no, it's
sewn in?
Harley branded, made in Canada.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it has
That's a sweet piece.
Patches are awesome. The more patches, the better. Harley people love their Harley patches. And cool kids that think they're cool that have never ridden a Harley wear them for fashion. So it's a win-win. I might keep this one to look cool. I've actually been on one Harley once and I was very scared. Looks like an Arizona piece. We've never sold Arizona before. Look, it's made in China, but it definitely looks vintage. So this is an interesting piece. It is blanket lined. Arizona, not the best brand. It's a very, lower end mall brand, but it does have the back hit embroidery. I'm sure somebody wants it. Not sure what it's worth. We have a Nike satin type jacket. No idea what it's worth. I'd guess, 30 to 50 plus shipping on a piece like this. Box. Defeated. We have an American Airborne 50 years made in USA satin. This is actually a really neat piece. It's satin finish with like a quilted interior.
Adventure sportswear.
Not sure what it's worth. Pretty cool. Oh wow. And look at these huge hits on the back.
Oh cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1990 stamped on there, so definitely a vintage piece. Got a Marmont.
Someone chime in on how to pronounce this. I say Marmo.
Marmo. You fancy, huh? Fleece jacket from Marmo.
It's probably Marmont.
It's probably Marmot. No idea what it's worth. I think we've maybe sold one or two in the past. Mm-hmm. Vineyard Vines vest, very nice. Vineyard Vines jacket, very nice. It says Vineyard Vines on the back.
Ooh, nice big hit.
Yeah, people want other people to know that they're wearing a certain thing. Like me, I want you to know that I'm wearing this brand of clothing.
You might have just gotten another box delivered from someone else. There he goes. Thank you, Mr. UPS man.
Well, let's go see.
We interrupt this unboxing to bring you more boxes.
It's another box.
Not that one. That one's plant things.
We're just gonna unbox for 2 days.
Oh boy.
Just kidding. I recognize where this one came from. We're not gonna unbox this one yet. It's gonna have to go over here for now.
More tape though. This is how you know.
We know.
The pros.
Was that it? Or was there another piece? Wait!
You dumped the box over here, so I have no idea.
Oh no, this piece. This is looks like a vintage champion. It is made in China. Just because it's made in China doesn't mean that it's not vintage,
Yeah, we're getting to that age now.
Right. Yeah, neat piece. Windbreaker, no idea what it's worth. Let's look at some shoes. I'll do maybe the top layer, and then Melinda can do the bottom layer or something like that.
I mean, that last box was stuffed, so
Yeah.
I'm interested to see. Heyo. Whoa.
Are these my size? Holy macaroni. These are a pair of Under Armour clutch cleats. Bigger size, which is nice. I'm assuming football cleats. Based off of my experience with, they're brand new with tags. They're only worth $8, guys. This is a horrible thing. $8. We're probably gonna sell it for $2.
Plus ship though.
Plus, we make our money in shipping. No, obviously this is retail arbitrage. Someone picked it up for $8. They're probably worth like 30 to 50 plus shipping, if not more. Just depends. We have a pair of Saucony Cohesions 10s, very clean. These are 20 plus shipping. Roughly nice little tennis shoes, nothing crazy. Vibram Sole, are these Danner? I don't know the brand, but they're army issued steel toe Vibram combat boots that tend to do pretty well. A little bit smaller size, but that's okay. The other one I'm sure is in here somewhere. We have a pair of Sauconys. Good condition overall, nice and clean, ready to be photographed and listed. Again, 20 plus ship, most likely. Pair of boots from Justin
Nice.
Timberlake. Just kidding. Just a different Justin. Justin is a nice cowboy boot, USA made. The one thing I'll point out with cowboy boots is that before you pick them up, make sure that you can clearly identify the size, because sometimes that can be tricky, especially if it's faded, and it's not fun to try to figure it out. We have a pair of Asics. These are like all-terrain shoes. You can usually tell because there's a little bit more grip on the thread. They're the Gel Sonomas. Nice, clean. I think we actually picked up a pair of these recently in a thrift here locally. And I'll do a couple of more and give it back to Melinda. If I can find the pairs.
Oh, you picking and choosing in there?
I'm not picking and choosing, just looking. These are Cole Haans, but they're like a marbled leather, which is really sweet. Dress shoes are pretty tricky, but if you can find a really nice brand like Cole Haan in this condition, you can usually fetch about 30 to 40 bucks plus shipping. You know, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. These are the Grand OS.
That's a good series.
For sure. You definitely want to put that in the title. There's a pair of Jordans, which is awesome. Just need a little bit of rocks removed. A little bit of damage on them. That'll obviously affect the value. These types of shoes, people are looking to buy them for collections. Usually, you know, obviously for style. So damage like this definitely takes the value down. I don't know what these are worth. I don't know anything about Jordans. And I'm hoping the other one's in there. There's the other boot. And I'll let Melinda do the rest.
I'm back. I'm Mel, for those of you who forgot, because we've been unboxing for, it seems like forever now.
1 hour.
An hour? Okay. So I know what these are. These are Uggs. These do great if they're in the right condition, and the treads on these are still really good. This is probably the most important part of the Uggs. I have passed several at the thrift when they are not in such good condition as this. So when they are though, and the lining seems to be intact, it's not like all smushed down and like with holes in it and stuff. So easily at least 40 bucks, depending on style for Uggs. Danskos are a great brand to watch out for. Again, condition is really important, but these don't have they have like a little bit of heel drag, but that's it. So probably polish the toes a little bit to get some scuffing out. But again, yeah, 35 and up for Danskos. Ooh, these are nice. These are a nice dress shoe too. These are also Cole Haan. These would be an Oxford wingtip. So nice, classic, fancy style. I like these. These are something I would wear. These are Keens, like hiking. Keen's a good outdoor brand. They have like the Keen Dry waterproof. So all that fancy stuff. Good treads. These need to be cleaned up a little bit, but awesome condition on the inside. And a good size too. Sweet. These don't match. These match. All right, more Cole Haans. Okay, so lots of really nice dress shoes by Cole Haan in here.
I'm actually sitting on a pile of jeans and it's quite comfortable.
This is the match to this one, which is another Cole Haan. And these are bigger sizes too, which is good. Usually they're 9.5. So right on the cusp of that really popular men's size. These are Cole Haans. These are Grand OS as well. And these are loafers with tassels. And it looks like, wait, there's another one. Not OS, but these are the Cole Haan with Nike Air. For the title, you have to do Cole Haan Air because it won't let you put Cole Haan and Nike in the description. At least it hasn't for us in the past. So something to keep in mind, but those are a popular style for Cole Haan. This looks to be the last pair of dress shoes. These are Allen Edmonds, which is an awesome dress shoe brand to watch out for. They're also in great condition. Almost looks like they're like a comfort shoe too. They are the Hide model. I like Allen Edmonds because they put the model right in the shoe, which makes it super easy to check comps. This is like a penny loafer style, so that's generally like a classic staple for men. Another pair of Danskos in great condition. And a lot of athletic shoes. Looks like kind of like your basics. Some New Balance.
Why don't I bring the camera over and we can kind of just unpack from an aerial view and see if we run into anything crazy.
Brooks are tricky to find without a lot of wear on the bottom, so that's nice. Who's this player again? I always forget.
Kyrie Irving, maybe? Not sure. I always forget too.
Yeah, we sold it before. Merrell's pretty basic, like everyday shoes. These are good. These New Balances. Let me check and see if they're the extra wide. 4E, yeah, so very wide. These will sell really fast. They're in great condition. Very popular style walking shoe. Okay, some basic New Balances.
Yeah, the fresh foams are like 20 plus ship.
Yeah.
These are nice.
Yeah, okay, these are the superstars. These are a nice one. We just sold a red pair of these, same model, for 45 plus
37, 45, something like that.
Yeah, so solid style for Adidas there. Some Nikes, sweet. These are cool Adidas. Adidas is tricky. They don't seem to be like as popular on the resale market, but certain styles do sell well, and this should be one of them. This sort of like sock feature here. Let's see, some Nikes. These are
some big old Nikes.
Yeah, so probably not the style, but the size might sell these.
I do like the huge hit on them. That's kind of cool.
14.
Nice,
yeah.
Excellent condition. Yeah, I'm really happy with all the condition. Obviously, this is an experienced reseller that sent this to us, so he knows what to look out for as far as wear and brands and styles. Yeah, the tricky part about Adidas is that most of them don't have a name, so you have to kind of either use like Google Lens or try to put in the number to identify them. Oh, this one does. Nice, so these ones do, so that's lucky.
And I think these are us.
Yeah, they're Adidas
Boost, so
nice.
Those are good ones.
Coming down to the end.
Some basic, nice, clean, excellent condition Nikes.
I was curious about what that was. The treads are they Nikes? Look at those treads.
Yeah, they are
They're
Nikes.
basketballs.
They got the hit on the bottom.
Basketball shoes. They are a bit worn. Not sure. Wow, what is that?
Yeah,
these are the LeBron James. That's the King James logo right there.
Nice.
So this might be like a collector piece.
There.
Yeah, I don't know. Fashion. A bit too worn to play basketball in.
Some Brooks.
Nice.
Like basic everyday shoes. Yeah. Some New Balances.
I can help you reach.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome. Brooks Ghosts, really nice.
Yep, solid. People are always looking for ghosts. Nike.
Something. Another pair of Brooks here.
Nice. Oh, there's the other big Nike.
Yep.
Basic Nikes.
I mean, A+, all the pairs have matching buddies, so that's good.
These are nice. Nikes.
Basketball shoes. Usually basketball shoes, you want to flip that one around. Flip it so I can see the treads. So usually like with basketball shoes, you can kind of see this type of thread on them for the court, or even this type. This is another LeBron James. No idea. We'll be able to identify the model.
And then the last one is an Adidas.
Nice. That's a really good box of shoes.
Absolutely. So what grade would you give it?
I thought we were doing silly faces.
Oh.
Like an A?
Yeah, for sure.
A? Yeah.
I would give it an A.
Yeah, I mean, this hopefully, like, if you thought about, like, selling stuff to us in bulk, like, this is the example of what we're looking for. The hats, I'm not, like, super excited about, but that's okay. But everything else is really solid. There are like 10, 15 pieces we have to look up, and most of it we know the value pretty well, so that's fun.
Yeah, and they're all pieces that we would definitely pick up from our thrift.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Do the things you want to do to the video. We'll catch you in the next one, and take care.
Take care.